What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today we have a video I was hoping I would get to make one day, and it actually came a little sooner than I thought it would. So today we've got the M1 Garand, and this one is World War II era, 1943 to be exact. So maybe it was used in the war, maybe it wasn't, I don't know. But I am hyped to have this thing because it's obviously a piece of American history, and this is a rifle I have wanted to shoot for a very long time. Of course, I'll go ahead and give you guys a close-up look at it. The natural wear on this thing is absolutely beautiful. So the M1 Garand was the United States service rifle for quite a while. World War II, Korea, I believe even up until Vietnam, there were guys still using these things, and obviously that's when they brought in the much lighter weight M16s. And let me tell you, those boys became men carrying these because this is a big, heavy rifle to lug around every day. The M1 Garand shoots the 30-06, obviously a lot more recoil than the 5.56 and does more damage on the business end as well. So heavy ammo, heavy gun, just cumbersome all the way around for a combat weapon. But if you hit your target, boy, would it do the job. Before we get started, once again, I want to thank BFF Firearms in Danville, Illinois for loaning me this M1 Garand to use for the video. If you're in the area, go check them out. Great guys, and as always, I appreciate it when they loan me awesome guns like this. Like I said, it is a 30-06. We've got several of these 8-round clips, and yes, these are actual clips, not the magazines everyone calls clips. But I'm sure you've all heard of the Garand thumb phenomenon, and that happens when you shove this clip down into the rifle without keeping the charging handle back and the bolt automatically closes on your thumb. So we're gonna try to prevent that. I've never shot one of these, but I think I'll be able to manage. So the best way I can think of is to use your palm to keep the charging handle back while you put that clip in there. And see, that one actually didn't go home. It doesn't always slam home from what I understand, but if you give it a little tap, it helps. All right, very first shots with an M1 Garand. Let's see how this thing feels. A little recoil, but really not too bad. I like it. I don't remember the last time I shot a 30-06. It's been forever. Not as bad as I thought it would be. And there it is, the infamous ping. So obviously I was expecting that, but I briefly forgot while I was shooting, and it almost scared my poop out. But as you can see, on the last round, when the bolt locks back, it shoots that empty clip out and makes that very distinct ping sound. So I've heard stories from World War II and stuff like that, where obviously the enemy could hear that ping, and that would be their cue to attack because they knew the rifles were empty. So guys would artificially create that sound, causing the enemy to pop up or whatever, and they would take them out that way. I don't know if there's any truth to it, but it sounds cool. Go ahead and shoot one right-handed so you guys can get some better lighting. That sound is orgasmic. I don't know if I would love it in a CQB scenario because it kind of screams, my rifle's empty, attack me now, but it definitely sounds cool. So really quick, I want to show you guys the iron sights on this thing. I actually like them a lot. I don't know if that's a common opinion or not. They're obviously metal, and it's gonna be really tough to show you on camera. Yeah, you can't see the sight picture, but there's a donut in the rear and then a metal post up front. And when you shoulder this thing, it just points so naturally, and the sights come right up to your eye. And I assume because of how heavy it is, it looks really stable the entire time. Like it's not shaking at all, and it stays on target perfectly. It just kind of surprised me for how old it is. I love the iron sights on this thing. All right, I got a steel target down there at the bottom of the hill. I want to see if these sights are actually zeroed. And for this one, we put the bayonet on. Bayonets make everything cooler. So far, I haven't got Garand thumb. Hopefully, we don't. To hear that echo rumble through the woods is absolutely incredible. I hope you guys could hear that. So the M1 Garand has a pretty good reputation for being reliable, and so far this one is 100%. And how sweet does that bayonet look? I wish Bigfoot would come out and try to attack me while I had this thing. And here's our steel target. You can see all those bullet impacts. I wasn't really focused on accuracy, so it's not the smallest group ever, but I wanted to see if they did any damage, and it doesn't look like it did. So these shoot steel rifle rated targets are very strong. I would imagine a regular steel target would probably have pretty good divots in it, because that 30-06 is a beast. All right, I got some fun targets to shoot, but first I need to put one on paper to see exactly where we're hitting at close range. And I'm basically just filming every shot I take with this thing because it's that cool and I don't have a ton of ammo. So far, this one has not went home on its own. I've had to hit it every time. All right, we'll see where it goes. Almost dead on. Yep. Let's see what the 30-06 does to a watermelon. I've never tried this before. Just a regular 30-06. Actually didn't explode it that much. All right, now I got a fresh watermelon up there, and we're gonna try one of these ballistic tip rounds. See if there's a difference. Wow, big difference. That's an impressive bullet. All right, I wanna see if this thing can get through an 80-pound sandbag. So we do have one bullet hole right here. We've got some fake blood on the back, but the left half is completely untouched. And as you all know, sandbags are commonly used in the military to fortify bunkers and stuff like that. Believe it or not, most rifles do not get through one of these sandbags. So I wanna see if the 30-06 can. All right, for this one, we're using a regular full metal jacket. Not gonna use our high performance ballistic tip rounds. Aiming for that left side of the sandbag. And you can clearly see where it went in right there. Take a look at the back, and it did not come out the back. So once again, that is a 30-06, and one 80-pound sandbag was able to stop that bullet. These things are impressive. When I tested the 50 BMG, it only went through 2, so that kind of puts it into perspective how hard those things are to actually get through. All right, we got one more full clip. We'll go ahead and finish it off on these targets. Last ping of the day, unfortunately. That one didn't come all the way out. It just kind of sat there on top of the rifle like that. We'll try one more. We got to get that ping on the last clip of the day. There we go. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed our video on the World War II M1 Garand. Obviously, these rifles are amazing. This is a gun I've wanted to get my hands on for a really long time, and I'm excited that we're finally able to make it happen. Of course, I want to thank BFF once again in Danville, Illinois for loaning me this thing. If you're in the area, go check them out, guys. Trust me, it's a good shop, great dudes, and I obviously appreciate it when they loan me these guns because we get to make cooler videos. And the camera battery just died, but the M1 Garand was even cooler than I thought it would be. It's just such a good rifle. Obviously, the history and nostalgia tied to these things is through the roof. This one's from World War II. They've got them from several different wars. The World War II was the one that I wanted to get. For whatever reason, it's just the most interesting to me, so I guess I lucked out. Oh, by the way, I get asked about my hearing protection like every video, so these are Axle Ear Pro. There's a link down in the description box below that will save you a lot of money. Probably the best discount that you'll ever find on them, and it also helps to support the channel. So if you're interested, check out that link. But I just picked up the rifle yesterday, so I'm hoping I'll be able to hold on to this for a couple more days and maybe squeeze one more video out of it. I think I would like to do that because I had a blast with this thing today. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please let me know down in the comments below. As always, hit that like button for me, guys. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya.